fine.
There you go. We will call the meeting to order. Has the roll been taken?
Up on arrival.
First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes of July 12th. Has everyone had a chance to take a look at those?
Move the approve. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Minutes are approved. Next item on the agenda is unfinished business. Anyone have any unfinished business? Hearing none, we'll move on to new business. First item on the agenda is a public hearing and consideration of a petition filed by George and Nancy Brown, 103 Argonne Street, requesting the abandonment of a portion of an unimproved alley in the Heartland section of the city. Public hearing, we'll declare that open. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on that?
Nancy and I both are.
Sure.
As our petition said, when we bought the property from the previous owner, they had built a garage on what we found was an alley that was unusable.
Mhm.
The property is so steep and it drops down to the old trolleyway, which drops even steeper. In order to make it usable for anybody in the upper portion, you'd have to build another Heartland Bridge, just one lot over, and I don't think that's ever going to happen. So we thought we've made improvements to the garage over the years, and it was probably time that we petition you all and see if we couldn't make it a part of our property.
Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Brown? Hearing none. Appreciate it, Mr. Brown. Thank you. No one else to speak on the matter. We'll declare the public hearing closed, and we'll go to the committee report. That was committee number 3, none of which are here. Mr. West, Mr. Brown, and Mr. Keith. We'll ask code enforcement. Do you see any reason that this? Okay, Jim, any reason?
The only thing that I noticed when I looked it up, of course, there are owners on the other side of the alley. And it would be typical to.
Have they been notified?
Deed them their.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Does half of the alley covered, does half the alley covered their, would that give you?
I don't think so. The alley's probably 12 feet as opposed to 15.
I can't really see that. Let's see if I got a copy of it. Need to, I did.
I'll say
Yeah.
I don't have the measurements on it.
You know what, there's an old plat that I'll have to get us a copy of, back in deep of 188, which would have the exact, which would have the dimensions.
I mean, for all practical purposes.
I mean, you can get them, and if the people behind you, if you know,
Mm-hmm.
they can assign their right.
Oh, okay.
You know, we can, I mean, does it necessarily have to go to the adjoining landowners? Can planning and zoning just decree that the whole alley goes to the,
Well, I think it's,
you abandon the whole alley?
I think the abandonment, the ordinance provides that half of it, when the city abandons the public's right to use that portion of the public street or alley, as the case may be, half of it goes to the owner on one side, half of it to the other side. And that's what he's driving at. And if you wish to make some arrangement with the other owner, that's a private matter between the two of you. As far as the city is concerned, I believe that the ordinance would be followed, granting a quitclaim deed to each owner, respective owner.
But they can sign there right in that alley to you. They can either join in the deed or we can do the sign. I looked them up. I
That's the problem. Yeah.
And on this lot, and then this lot seems to be owned by.
Right down the middle of the garage.
Oh, you don't want to
Sort of things, it's here, that's next to their house.
Up to them, all that.
So can we vote on this? And then they solve waivers?
Doesn't all the neighbors get notified of the petition or zoning?
You are one.
So I'd like to think if
Yeah, it's-
the neighbor beside them had no issue, concern, or wanted part of the alley, that they would have came and voiced their
True.
concern. I don't know if I can make my recommendation to go ahead and
You would want
make
this
it the
whole.
full portion of the alley to them.
We can only refer this back to council. Council has to abandon it. We don't have to, this board can't, they just make a recommendation.
And they would agree. Okay. So you don't want the rest of the.
We have to,
But you'll have to move it back to council.
that's the vote to move it to council.
Move it to council with your recommendation.
So would I discuss it with Doug first before the?
No, they're, it sounds like they're gonna agree to the abandonment. And then.
I'm pretty sure that. Sure.
Is that the neighbor?
All the neighbor now. I'm not sure.
It's the only two. I'm sitting looking at cards back, so someone probably didn't go pick them up. On the post office.
It's true.
Right. And they're saying now they need one.
I was gonna call Jeff on that and just get a chance to see what he.
They need the whole thing, yeah.
As a whole much support them, there's all the neighbors are a petition for them to have, like, think if there's any issue with concerns with them having.
Not really the city's problem.
Except the ordinance provides that when it goes to the adjoining. So it's, they know them and they're not,
Not opposed to it.
not unnamed. So we can just have these folks join in the deed or attach an assignment to it.
It has to be involved.
Well, they just, I told them that these have different owners, but they don't, they say all they do is,
And right behind it.
Go ahead and ask before him, just went and built a garage. It's bold.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Planning and zoning right now at 4. This is a planning and zoning meeting right now at 4:00. That's all right.
What was the meeting of the 20th? I don't know, that's what using council chambers.
I didn't hear anything. Right. What everybody to their own house.
We just put it in. And
That's them. We can't go any
I was
further
thinking
than
of
that.
Yeah,
That's all we
oh
can
my
do.
goodness,
well, you know, we would have no.
It's up to them.
this should not be a complicated shit.
So we may as well,
Like you did, it's not.
I'll put it in the ordinance, program.
So what do we do now?
Chris,
Just
Hey,
go
Chris.
to lights and tell them the abandonment is approved, or it's going to be council.
Yes, I'm here.
oh, no, I'm sorry, Chris Lane. You wanna go make a motion?
Yes, so
Well,
real quick to update you guys, what his concern was statutorily, the city ordinance provides that it be split. So he said for clean title moving forward, the owners that abut it would have to sign that they don't want
I mean, I
a
have.
portion that's coming to them. If not, there could be title issues down the road.
Okay.
A lot of people won't take that because they have to pay for their deed. And if they don't use it, they usually won't take it anyway.
Well, they said they've already talked to a neighbor and their neighbor, so they don't want, so. Yeah.
Jim, I think we're ready to make a motion on this. Okay. Is there any other further discussion on this?
I guess we have to make a motion first.
Would someone like to make a motion?
Yep, I'd like to go ahead and make a motion to recommend to council that the portion of the right of way that between the Brown family's property and their neighbor, the White's family property, is abandoned to them in full, pending approval from the White family.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded.
Just discussion on that. So does it have to be approved by the White family first before? Or do we?
Just for the deed to be
Okay.
recorded, they would have to sign off on it. So
Okay.
council can go ahead and approve it,
All right.
but for clear deed, they would have to get the White family to sign off on it.
Oh, okay.
And Jim can clarify, but I don't believe there's a particular sequence of events that it has to happen in. It just, they all have to happen before the deed can be clear.
Okay.
So moved and seconded, or do we have a second? I'm sorry.
Oh, I guess I'll second it.
Okay, moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. It'll move on to city council. And that'll notify you about that. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is consideration of petition filed by Paul Kopp requesting the subdivision of lots or parcels of land situated on North 21st Street. That is here somewhere in it. Oh, okay, sorry. That was committee number 2, myself, Mr. Pizzini, and Mr. Lane. Chris, would you like to give a report on that? Did you get a chance to take a look at that?
Did not.
Oh, okay. I'm familiar with the piece of land. I grew up in Northview, so I know exactly where that's at. Would code enforcement have any issues with this? Okay. Jim, do you see any issues with the abandonment on this or subdivision on this?
I don't, there's a, I'm not up on the dimensions, about the size of a lot that somebody, I mean, whether it's buildable or anything like that. I'm not sure is there a minimum lot size?
This is 0.02 acres. Ashley, is it?
Don't we address the,
What's that?
don't we address?
Yeah, if you want to, come on, Paul.
On the lot, which is 60 by 60, I own a 24 by 24 block garage. All I'm trying to do is sell the block garage. I want to keep the land. I just want to sell the garage.
Right.
I have another garage on an adjoining lot, so I have 2 garages.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to sell one.
Okay. So is there any issue with lot size that you know of, Ashley? Okay. All right. Anyone have any questions for Mr. Kopp?
I mean, he understands the land goes, he's selling the land.
No, I'm not selling the land, Jim.
The land that's the garage is on.
I'm just selling, I'm selling the land that the garage sits on.
Yes, gotcha.
Yes, the 24 by 24 dimension.
Right. All right. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay. Would anyone like to make a motion on that?
So moved.
Moved for passing. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor? Opposed? The petition is granted. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate you coming. Next item on the agenda is consideration of petition filed by Rosebud Storage, Mary Frances LLC, requesting the subdivision of lots or parcels of land situate on Adena Lane, the Rosebud Oak Mound area. And that was committee number 1.
Before you leave.
Mr. McMunn and Mr. Min. Ms. Munn, would you like to give a report on that?
I see no difficulty. It's fairly simple proposition.
Mhm.
Chris, unless you have some issues, I would move the approval.
No, for every call and conversation, nobody seemed to have a problem with it, so make a motion to approve.
Okay. Ashley, anything code enforcement? Jim? Anything? Okay. We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. All right. Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is adjournment. Anyone would like to make a motion to adjourn?
So need a motion to adjourn.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate it. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you,
Yep, have a
Chris.
wonderful day, guys. See y'all. Be good.